Everybody, welcome back to September the 4th, 2023, and I'm here to talk about a prophetic dream that I had. My name is Gabriela, and thank you for coming back. So let's dive into. In my dream, I found myself as I was just moving into this house. It was an old house with one floor. I was living there with my family, and it was one floor like I said before. It had a separate entrance. And that old man comes in. As he comes in from outside, he walks inside the house. As he looks around and he looks at me, I looked at him and I knew that he was the landlord of the house. As he goes upstairs to his wife, to their bedroom, I can hear her talking. As she was lying down, I can see her from downstairs to upstairs, but it was only one floor. But I can see in her bedroom as she was lying down in her bed. I can see her and I can hear her talking very clear, with him saying, "Those kids are very loud." So at that time, my kids were laughing and they were playing, and they were making a lot of noises. And she was complaining about them, that they were very loud, making noises. And they're very loud non-stop, she keeps saying, and they don't stop, and they're always laughing and laughing, and they're very loud, and I can't rest. She was keep telling this old man, which was her husband. As she's telling him all this, he looks at her without response. He's not saying anything, he's just only listening. From this moment, I turn around and I see my partner lying down in bed in the living room that we had, without any t-shirt on. As he's lying down, next to him is our daughter. They're both lying down. They're both talking in bed and laughing. At that time, I turn around and go to a different scenario. I found myself at this event, which was part of this house, but it was without this house. Within this house was a different room which had an event with a bunch of people running around, and I didn't know what was happening. So I looked around and I tried to figure out what was happening. As I looked around and I stood there, I stood out from my view to see where are those people coming from, who are they and what's going on. They would look like a traffic. Everybody was just running around. I couldn't figure out why. I was always wondering in my dream, like, what was happening? Why everybody running? But I saw all those faces, all those people, they were running. It was like one of those vision in a dream, when you run and don't stop, but you're still running. You stay still, but you're running at the same time. Your vision is running. That's what I saw. So I turn into a moment, and I freeze everything. As I did that, at this event, some people, as I looked around, some people stood out for me, and I saw it. People that they would turn, I saw them. As you were turning around and you're watching them run, I can see them, they cannot see me. But some way, somehow, two men and a woman saw me. As they saw me seeing them, they turned around and they were wondering, how can I see them without anybody else seeing them, just me? I remember them trying to catch me. And I turn around, and then I start running. I was running, but I wasn't running because of fear. I was running because I wanted to get away from it. As I keep running, and at this time I'm still standing. I'm running in my mind with my vision. My feet are running, but the rest of the body is still standing. The upper body is standing there. and my feet are taking off with the running shoes that I'm fully dressed. As I'm running and running around the room, I see them turning around, and I see them turning to the wild wolves. Their faces turn, and once I saw that, I wanted to know what was going on, what was happening, how this could happen, and where they came from. I guess I wanted to have more info, what was happening, how did it get to this point, and why am I there? It looked like to me like I had a lot of questions, that there was no answers. As I saw this woman, like I said before, there were two men and they were trying to catch me. And I saw this woman, if you looked into her eyes, she will hypnotize you. And you were walking like a zombie. Because everybody else was walking like a zombie. They were all drunk and imitated by her. They couldn't speak, they just walked like a zombie. Just like in a movie, like the Dead Sea movie. As I looked, I realized that those two men were working with her, with this woman. She could do that because she had the power to hypnotize you, and then she would turn you into a zombie. And you were falling her under her spell. As I said before, they would walk like a zombie. Some of them were like drunk, and they just walk like dead people. Except that this was real. It was as real as it gets. I wasn't scared. I think they wanted me to be scared, but I wasn't. I wanted to see more of this action. I wanted to turn around. As I turn around out of this house, within the other room, next in front of me, there were French doors. And out of the hallway, there was on the street, which was very busy, a lot of traffic. There was a bus pulled over at like a bus station, and he pulled over. The bus was empty, and a lot of people walked into that bus. The one thing that stood out to me through all that traffic was that, beside the bus, next to the bus, there was a man that was standing. Now this man turned around as he turned around and he's waiting for his turn to walk into the bus. For some reason he turned around and I saw him transforming his face into the wild wolf. Just for a split second. I saw it. He saw me. He looks back. I started running towards the door, but there was a lot of traffic. I couldn't get. So by the time I got there, he walked into the bus. The man must have been in his 30s, 40s. And when he said turn around, transformed himself back to human. And then he walked into the bus. Right before all these people, and nobody saw him except me. I started running, like I said before. And throughout the doors, with the traffic, I couldn't get up to him close enough to catch him. I wanted to ask him, who are you? What are you doing? What is going on? As I couldn't catch up to him, he walked into the bus, and I saw the door close on the bus. At this point, the bus was full with people, his people, and they drove off. As he saw me from inside the bus, running through the small window, then he turned around. As he stood back on his chair, he sits down and the bus started going towards the journey they were going with everybody on the bus. Then I woke up from the dream. So guys, there you have. That's all I have. Take care, stay blessed, stay prayed up. And know that I pray for every each one of us with the love of God. And always, be vigilant. Stay prepared for anything and everything. And stay in prayer. May God bless all of us. May His light shine upon us. May He look at us with favors and cares. And may He always protect us and the loved ones that are close to our heart. May He always be with us. And may He always covering us with the shield of protection. I pray all this in Jesus' mighty holy name. Amen. Take care. Bye for now.